Hey everybody, today we're going to take a look at some more comprehensive swing state polling. I've been trying to recover my voice, so I'm going to try to keep it simple and just hit the highlights. This pollster is from Redfield and Wilton Strategies. They partnered up with the Telegraph and they covered 8 states in this poll, and the overall sample size is just over 5,000 voters. And we took a look at this last time when they only polled 6 states. This time they've added in Nevada and Wisconsin, which is nice. So let's look at the states. We've got Arizona. Trump leads by 44 to 40. They do have Florida on here, and Trump is in the lead by 7, 46 to 39. In Georgia, Trump is up 5, 45 to 40. Michigan, a narrow 1-point lead for Trump, 42 to 41. Nevada, Trump is up 3, 44 to 41. North Carolina, plus 6 for Trump, 45 to 39. Pennsylvania is a 4-point advantage for Trump, 45 to 41. And Wisconsin is tied at 42 apiece. Kennedy ranges from just 4% in Pennsylvania to 7 in Arizona and Nevada. All the other candidates are at 1% or less, and there's still between 5 and 9% that are undecided. So it's consistent leads for Trump across the battlegrounds. This time, Wisconsin, though, is tied. If we go down here, we've got the single most important issue in each state. This cycles through all the states, but the economy is way out in front of everything else. Then you're generally going to get abortion and immigration as number 2 and 3. So whatever's going on with the economy, voters are not too thrilled about it. Then we've got the importance of election issues. This is similar to above, but number 1 is the cost of living. Then we've got healthcare, election integrity, abortion, illegal immigration as the top 5. So as I've said many times before, just because the unemployment rate is low and the stock market is high, voters do not feel good about it because the cost of living has been astronomical over the past few years. Then we've got some nice polls here for the U.S. Senate races. In Nevada, we've got the Democrat Jackie Rosen ahead by 441 to Sam Brown's 37. So a tight race there and nobody even close to 50%. The next state is Pennsylvania. And again, they've got the Democrat Bob Casey with a 7-point advantage, 44 to 37 over David McCormick. Those are the only 2 Senate races they polled, and we're still seeing Biden running well behind Senate Democrats. Now, in most of the battleground Senate races, there's Democratic incumbents. And what that means is usually the Republicans had to get through a primary, and they've needed time to craft their campaign, the messaging, gather funding, and get their name recognition up. So given that dynamic, it's possible Republicans can make some gains as the election gets much closer. It's also entirely possible that it never happens and Democrats continue to run well ahead of Biden. How about that North Carolina governor's race? That's going to be a big one. And we've got it almost tied. We've got Josh Stein, the Democrat, up by 1, 37 to Mark Robinson's 36. A lot of undecideds there at 23. That's going to be a fascinating race, probably the most notable one to take a look at outside of President and Congress. Next, we've got Joe Biden's approval rating. And even though he's underwater pretty bad nationally, in these states, his approval rating does not look too terrible. In Arizona and Florida, he's underwater by 6. In Georgia, he's actually tied at 42. Michigan, he's in the red by 7. Nevada by 3. North Carolina by 10. Pennsylvania by 7. And Wisconsin by 3. Then it says in recent weeks, there's been increasing talk of Kamala Harris replacing Joe Biden at the top of the ticket. It says Harris's approval rating is generally better than Biden in the swing state tracker, though she still has a net negative approval rating in 6 of the 8 states. So then we've got the table here. She's even in Arizona. She's down 5 in Florida, down 2 in Georgia, down 9 in Michigan. Nevada, she's actually plus 1. North Carolina underwater by 9. Pennsylvania by 7. And Wisconsin by 1. So is Harris actually better than Biden? It's highly debatable, but Biden has had some serious setbacks in recent weeks. So technically, almost anybody could poll better, but if they were actually the nominee, then things might change. We've seen Harris have low approval ratings during most of the presidency, so I can understand her looking a little bit better than Biden, but my best guess is if Biden stepped aside, it would not change that much. Now, they also have Donald Trump's favorability, and he's also been well known for having some terrible approval ratings. But if we look at these states, his approval rating is also not too terrible. Some of that could be sympathy, but in Arizona, he's at -1. Florida, his home state, is plus 6. Georgia, he's up 3. Michigan, it's all even at 42. Nevada, he's in the red by 5. North Carolina, positive 7. Pennsylvania, he's up 2. And Wisconsin, it's -1. I don't really like how they use blue for negative and red for positive, but either way, the approval ratings for all 3 are not looking horrible. And what about Trump's VP pick of J.D. Vance? They have his favorables here, but also keep in mind he's brand new for a lot of voters. Between 19 and 26% don't know what their view is, but Vance is positive positive in all 8 states. Arizona, he's up 1, Florida 10, Georgia 4, Michigan 7, Nevada 3, North Carolina 10, Pennsylvania is the highest at 13, and Wisconsin is back down at 2. Then we get back into some economic data. This asks, how has your financial situation changed in the last year? And in all the states, those that say it got worse was the clear leader. So right around half of voters say that their situation has gotten worse. About a third say that it stayed the same, and about a fifth say that it's improved. So the time for the economic sentiment to turn around by the election is running seriously low. Then they ask, do you think your financial situation is likely to improve, worsen, or stay the same in the next year? This one is a lot more optimistic. In most of the states, about a third expect it to improve. Now, it's unknown if they just expect the economy to improve on its own, or if they expect Trump to win, and that's going to be the big motivator for the economic improvement. How about immigration? Huge topic. And we've got, do you believe the United States has control over its borders? In all the states, it's close to about 30% that say yes. Those that say no are around the mid-50s. So that's close to 2 to 1 saying the borders are not secure. So who do voters trust more on these issues? Well, it says more voters in all 8 states trust Trump more than Biden on 6 of the 11 issues prompted. Those are going to be the economy, inflation, immigration, defense, the war in Ukraine, and the war in Israel-Palestine. But we've got Joe Biden. He's trusted on 3 issues more than Trump. That's going to be healthcare, abortion, and the environment. The one issue that's going to be a little bit more mixed is the rule of law. More voters in 5 of the 8 states, Arizona, Florida, Georgia, Michigan, and Wisconsin, trust Joe Biden more, while voters in North Carolina and Nevada trust Trump more on that issue. And in Pennsylvania, it's equal. And the last issue is election integrity. In 7 of the 8 states, a plurality of voters trust Biden more than Trump. Only in North Carolina, Trump has the advantage. I think election integrity is highly subjective, but in this poll, it looks like Biden has the edge. But since the economy is the biggest issue, they break it down with all the 8 states. Generally, Trump is trusted more, anywhere from mid-single digits to over 10 points. Then if we go down here, we've got more issues and which party would be better. Feel free to pause it if you'd like, and as always, all the links will be down below in the description. But I'm going to keep moving. And then we've got an interesting one. This asks, who do you think is more likely to win the 2024 presidential election? In Arizona, voters give Trump his best state, 50 to Biden's 27. In Florida, Trump 43, Biden 29. Georgia, Trump 43, Biden 31. Michigan, 46 for Trump, 27 for Biden. Nevada, 44 Trump, Biden 32. North Carolina, 46 Trump, 31 Biden. Pennsylvania, 47 Trump, 28 Biden. And Wisconsin, another 47 for Trump and 26 for Biden. So this kind of reflects most of the betting markets right now. And that is Trump is clearly favored to win, but it's not insurmountable. And then they ask if Biden or Trump is too old for a second term. And for Biden in all the states, he's at just around 60%. For Trump, he clocks in closer to the low 20s. And the last one is, should Biden run for re-election? In all the states, it's close to 40% that say yes, but close to 50% say no, he should not run. So that's pretty much it for this poll. This was taken July 16th through the 18th, so it's after the assassination attempt. We're still not sure about Biden. Maybe by the time you watch this, he'll already be out of the race. But other than that, for Trump, he is looking good across these 8 states. There's a few issues that do favor Biden, but right now all the momentum seems to be on the Trump side. He's got his VP and his sights set on November. Biden's still reeling from that debate performance, as well as a bunch of calls for him to step down. So still some time left. We've got to see what happens, but that's where things are at in this poll. So let me know in the comments. What do you think about any of the data in this poll? Is Trump actually ahead in these states? Could something change before the election? And is Biden even going to be the nominee? Let me know down below on your way out. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Join if you'd like to support the channel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.